What's up guys, you Doomsday here. Today we're back again, and in this video we actually have something a little different. We're going to be playing some Nautilus support. I was about to say in the jungle, but today we're playing support, and that's why this is a different video, because if you don't watch my channel, I post mostly exclusively jungle gameplay, but this time I'm playing support, and the main reason I wanted to upload this was just because I kind of wanted to show some Nautilus gameplay, because I honestly think Nautilus is one of the most broken champs in the game, so thought I might as well share this gameplay out, even though it is support. But I'm giving y'all the warning in advance. I don't play support, and I also haven't played this game very much with all in a year actually. So I bought this little support item, 500 gold, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This entire match, I was so confused. I had no idea what this item did. I would see these minions randomly turn yellowish, and I'd be like, I can kill these minions in one shot. And then I'd be like, but I don't want to kill them because then they'll take gold from my ADC, so I don't kill them. So, I'm learning, but I understand what it does now. I understand I don't take away gold from my ADC by killing them, but that's okay. It was a bit of a learning curve, but I know better now. I hadn't played support, and I can't remember the last time I was playing support, honestly. That's why. It's been probably I'd say it's been at least a good 5-6 months since I've last touched support. Probably more than that, honestly. But yeah, so I'm kind of just chilling over here. So far, we're getting pushed back a little bit, so I really am not going for too many trades, just because trading into that mini wave would be very hard. If I engage over here, my Ashe clearly isn't in a good position to follow up, so that would be pretty bad. Plus, Nami's definitely stronger early, Nami poke. Ashe doesn't really have very much early, you can kind of see. We're getting kind of poked down a bit. So really just trying to farm up, keep up good warding, making sure don't get ganked or dive, trying to stay healthy. That's really the main thing. That's a mistake so many people make. Oh, actually, I do look for an engage here. Get level 3 and then I look for it. But able to get the chip damage off, and now Ashe actually goes in maybe a bit too far. Communication was not there a bit, but you can go for, oh, I have to flash out too, dang. Shen's here, and I guess I wanted to point that out. Oh, do I look for a re-engage? Maybe a good thing I didn't land that, honestly. But as I was saying, you can go for quick short engages with Nautilus. You saw that burst damage I had initially on, who did I engage on? I think on Nami. Was absolutely kind of crazy. Look at this burst damage, because you get the barrier from your second ability, so you can go for really, really nice trades. But you can't win extended trades like that against 2 ranged characters in the early game. And that's kind of the mistake that me and the ADC made, was the ADC stepped up a bit too much for 1 extra auto. You can see a stepping up 1 inch too far can just result in the entire trade going badly. So really for our comp, for our duo, we want to go for short, quick, bursty trades. And ooh, that dude's about to die to his little comp. That'd be a bit sad. Going for short, quick trades, but over here now, I'm actually playing with this Ashe right now. This is actually a 5-man match. So I'm actually pinging this Ashe, chain your ultimate to chain your ultimate, and he ulted a bit too early actually, but that's okay. We're still able to pick up the kill, and that's something very fun about Nautilus and Ashe, is you can chain your ultimates super well. And fortunately, our mid goes in a little bit too deep, goes down there, but that's okay. We got their ADC. And I don't know why we aren't last hitting those minions. This ADC player, they don't really play ADC either, so we were all kind of out of our main roles, but we just wanted to play together for funsies, so just going for it. I'm gonna take that minion if he doesn't, but he unfortunately misses it. Yeah, at this point, I'm looking at the gold count, I'm how much CS does this dude have? Because we are missing a decent amount of minions. That's kind of why I'm not playing super aggro, because I kind of want him to focus more on farming up and just getting these minions over here and getting gold. As you can see, he's kind of focused a bit more on trading, but I'm we just need to farm these up. Because we can sit back here, stay healthy or whatever, just farm up and stay even at least. There's no need to go for any crazy trades unless we see a good opportunity. But now, me and Ashe both have our ultimates up, so I think I actually tell the Ashe, if I get an ultimate off, to kind of follow up with his own ultimate. Because if I get my ultimate, Ashe's ultimate goes off, then I can land my first ability for sure, so trying to get into ultimate range, but they're actually playing at a very, very perfect position. So Ashe gets the ult there. I kind of get the Nami at least. Or do I get the Nami? No. I unfortunately do not get the Nami. I think there's a little bit of miscommunication about which which champ we were gonna go for. Because I was looking to ult the Nami actually, rather than the Caitlyn, but that works, I guess. We're kind of low over here. We do have Shen ult. We are, because again, we are 5-man. Like, I know Shen will ult us, like, if we need to. So, keep an eye on that. Actually, that Vex is trying to go crazy over there. They're able to pick up our ADC, but I'm able to survive. My second ability gives me decent amount of sustain over here. And now, I just go ahead and get a reset in before anything too crazy happens for a dragon or anything. So, I see they're kind of going for their little fight over there. I think I don't head over there. Oh, yeah, that looks like, Do I? Nah, I just go and head up. Yeah, I don't really want them getting this top turret. They got a lot of plays off of that top turret. We are not doing the best job, but I tried to get a flash ult. Unfortunately, they were just barely out of range. This Nami, like, their positioning has been pretty well this game against the Nautilus. And as you can see there, I'm like confused. I'm like, wait, I just one-shot a minion as a support? Like, wait, what? Where did that come from? That Nami has had pretty good positioning this game. They've been staying like just out of my ultimate range. If they step into my ultimate range, we could just chain these ultimates and like they're just dead. But the cooldown on my ultimate is so short that like you can spam it out like that and like you don't have many consequences for it. This isn't the best example of it, but with Nautilus support, you can roam so well. If you roam at the right times to the right lanes, you could just be you could be a complete game changer just because you literally have a point and click ultimate that knocks somebody up like that, and then you can chain it with your first ability and just secure the kill. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back up. We're able to pick up that kill at least, and unfortunately, I'm kind of getting all the kills. That's maybe not the best thing. Like, I think I have the most amount of gold on our team. That's not good as a support. If possible, if you're playing support, let your other teammates get the kills if it's possible, because you really don't need that much gold as a support. Like, Nautilus, you don't need much gold to be effective. Now, Ashe, on the other hand, does need gold to do anything. So, kind of taking these kills from Ashe, taking them from, like, backline and stuff, not preferred because they require the gold so much more. But you can kind of see, like, look at this engage over here. I'm able to burst down the Nami halfway by myself. And now, I think I just ult him. I don't want him getting away, but Shen was able to pick him up, so didn't need the ult. Now, I'm watching out for Diana ultimate. That's actually why I'm playing a bit more cautious over here. I know Diana still has ultimate. You can see it over there. Yeah, I realize, like, that's actually kind of a bad angle, so that's kind of why I backed up a bit. You should kind of be aware of big, like, AoE abilities, stuff like that. But now, this turret's kind of going down. I'm trying to save it if I can. I don't really want to give him the turret. We already lost first turret on the bot side, unfortunately. So, that's a bit of an L, but that is okay. It happens. You win lane sometimes, you lose lane sometimes. Part of the process. You learn. I learned, I guess, something. I mean, even if you don't, like, learn something completely new, you at least, like, reinforce it. So, like, I learned in the early game, you want quick, short trades with, like, Nautilus. You don't want, like, those long, extended trades. Because as soon as your second ability barrier is, like, gone, you lose up a lot of your burst damage. And I talked about that a lot in my, like, jungle Nautilus gameplay. That's honestly probably a bit better gameplay just because I'm more comfortable with jungle. I definitely know what I'm doing in the jungle, but support bit more of a newbie, but I can still play the champs. So as long as you can play the champs, as long as you can play smart, it's okay. You really don't have to be the best support player. Not to take a shot at support players. Maybe a little bit. But over here now, have the Shen over here. I'm kind of just trying to engage as much as I can. I kind of whiffed my first ability. It's a bit of an L, but just getting the root onto people. And you can kind of just see the crowd control you provide. Like, you could just get root after root, knock up after knock up, and there's kind of nothing that the enemy can do. Now, we're about one shot over here. I'm trying to dip out before Caitlyn gets one of those little headshot things and snipes me down from halfway across the map. So, able to get away over here. Bot lane still struggling a bit, but at least we got a couple kills there. Our jungler is doing pretty good, so that is looking good over here. So now I'm going to go ahead and regen up. I see the Herald coming up. I'd go ahead and rotate to the Herald. The turret's already gone on the top side, so gonna head down there.
On my way.
See if we can maybe get a pick off or something. So I do have my ultimate. Trying to keep an eye out. I think I was looking for an angle over there. Fortunately not able to. Even just baiting out something like Vex ultimate or Vex sphere along with, I don't know why that actually attacking that, but I don't know what I'm doing either. I go ahead and just ult Diana. Even if you're having a bad Nautilus game, you can still press ult. That is why Nautilus is so broken. All you gotta do is press ult. And if you're having a hard time landing your first ability like that, this was actually my first. This was my second Nautilus game. My first Nautilus game I didn't mention in the video, but it was actually my first the Nautilus jungle video that I did. But I had a good Nautilus game that game. This one's not as much. As you could tell, I'm not the most experienced Nautilus player, but hey, y'all can learn with me if you aren't. He's a very easy champ to pick up just because his ability is pretty simple. I'm cringing watching myself play this champ. As I was saying though, you can kind of communicate with your teammates. Like try and chain your abilities together. And get the Shen ult. It's a fat barrier. There we go. Finally able to land one. And now I'm just getting roots onto everybody. That's really the main thing, is just rooting as many people as you can with your perk. As I was saying though, if you're having a hard time landing your first ability, a key thing that you could do is use your ultimate first and then use your first ability. Because that makes it so you're almost guaranteed to hit your first ability. Because if you ultimate somebody and they're knocked up from that, you shouldn't miss your first ability on somebody that's knocked up. And if you do miss it, maybe you should just play. I don't even know what you should play, because a champ, I don't know. What champ is easier than Nautilus? Very few champs are easier than Nautilus, in my opinion, to learn. But now I see this Vex over here, so I actually do stay a bit away, because I know that Vex is looking for the engage. I'm kind of low. Trying to ult him off of me. I don't want to get Garen ulted. That's why I'm being bit sus. I don't know if this Garen has ultimate or not, so that's kind of why I'm watching out over here. Yeah, I'm just trying to play a bit safe. Let's see, does this Garen have ultimate? I try and use my second ability. He does have ultimate. He burns it on me, but I think we should be able to pick him up. Our Akali is going crazy over here, gets the Shen ult. And now they should be able to pick up that Navi over there. It's pretty good. But as I was saying, even if you have the worst early game, you scale so well with Nautilus. I mean, you get tankiness, you still have crowd control, so that provides a lot of value for your team in the late game. But yep, so gonna go ahead and head back out to the lanes over here. And now I think I'm slowly starting to get the hang of Nautilus now. I think my Nautilus gameplay improves a bit from this point onwards, because I'm learning as I go. That's how this game works. That's how it works whenever you play new champions, You make mistakes with them, you learn them, you watch other people that are good with them play them, and you learn from them. So I guess you can learn what mistakes not to make from me, in this match at least. If you watch my last game, you'll actually learn a decent amount, I think. But this one, bit more of a learning video. So now I kind of see they're kind of in our backline over there. They're playing super aggro. But I'm kind of that Akali's on their own. I'll help my teammates with this. That Akali doesn't really need much help. Helping my teammates over here is much more crucial than helping the Akali. And the reason for that is because really the Akali doesn't need very much. They're going to engage and then use their smoke ability, and they won't get hit by much stuff for a bit. So able to get that engage onto Caitlyn over there. Just trying to get the root onto him, seeing if I can reach him. Able to get the pull from Set, followed by the root by me, and we're able to pick that up. And so now something that I do want to point out is the hitbox on your first ability with Nautilus is huge. And that's kind of what I noticed there. I was like, whoa, that actually hit the Caitlyn. And that's just something to pay attention to, because you can kind of use that to get around corners and stuff. Sometimes if you're trying to hook people around the edges of terrain, if you know that your hitbox is super well, you can kind of angle it in certain ways. Somebody's TPing in. I don't know who it is. Oh, this Garen. This dude's being a bit of a pain. Over here. But now, go ahead and just ult their backline over here. Something else I want to point out is a mistake a lot of Nautilus players make is ulting in a big team fight like that, is ulting the very first person, because your ultimate knocks everybody up in its path. It doesn't just knock up one person if you use it right. It can knock up 2 to 3 people. So if you use it right, then I'm just trying to kite back for my team over here. Yeah, don't think my team looking to re-engage over here. I think I'm kind of feeling it, honestly, or I'm about to feel it, I think. Yeah, I see this Vex kind of keep on chasing. I'm like, hey, Vex, you gonna keep on chasing? Get rooted. And then they kind of just get deleted. But now I see this over here. I kind of realize, I actually have a lot of damage. I have a lot of burst damage. Maybe I can look for something. That Ashe looks for an arrow. Unfortunately, it misses, but I almost have my ultimate up in a couple seconds, so that's kind of what I'm stalling for. I'm like, once I get my ultimate, I can look for this. So that's, I'm just 3, 2, 1. Do I just flash out? I think I just flash out. Flash out. Ultimate. Okay. Oh my gosh. Whiffed that engage. But Kali able to clean that up. Shen too. Oh, I can get the taunt. Now I think they can take down the Garen over there. Hopefully. Maybe? No, actually. Diana's right there. Again, a little bit of a mistake of an engage. I need to be ulting before I use my first ability because I keep on missing my first ability. So I either need to get more practice with the first ability, which I have. This match was from like a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago maybe. So I am better player now. You'll see the gameplay slowly improve, and I'll for sure get out more Nautilus gameplay for y'all. But I just wanted to kind of show y'all, just because even though I don't play the best, you know, you can still learn a thing or two. You know, you can kind of stop, rewind, be like, look at what this noob did, and then be like, I'd never do that, and then don't do it yourself, because, well, you might actually probably still make the same mistake. You honestly probably will. I mean, I know I'm not the only ones making this mistake, because a lot of Nautilus players, even some experienced ones, make these mistakes over here. But practice makes perfect, so just going to be setting up warding, waiting for my teammates to farm up a bit, and then can kind of look to be a bit of a nuisance. Look to see if we can get a pick off, get a good ultimate. No. Yeah, I'm just pushing out waves. Our waves are getting shoved in pretty hard. I see the dragon's kind of up around here. Got to be a bit cautious. Enemy's kind of missing. I kind of see Vex and Nami over here. I know Vex and Nami, like, those are 2 champs. They can't really kill me. Like, watch. I could probably just, like... Oh, actually, no. I think I just kite back. I just go back towards my team. I kind of get that Vex ult, and I kind of run away from my team because I don't want the Vex ult to, like, burst my entire team. And you can see now, I'm kind of just running around, rooting everybody one by one. I'm like, who do I want to root up now? Root that guy. Auto him. And I'm like, oh, wait, actually, I can root this Caitlyn, too. So I go and root him. And you can see, if you utilize your perk right in a team fight, you could just disrupt team fights so well. So able to get that, and now gonna be pushing this in over here. We have 4 of them dead. I'm waiting for this next person to come. I'm like, I'm just gonna ult you if you show up. You're gonna die. I said that in a very weird way, but no, I'm just gonna ult him, root him, knock him up. Oh, and something that I didn't get a point out in my last video, but you want to make sure don't waste crowd control on Nautilus. In other words, don't use your ultimate and your first ability at like the exact same time. Like, I mean, you could chain them together, but like, you don't want to stack crowd control because crowd control doesn't stack. So like using 5 slows at once is the same thing as using 1 slow because they don't stack. But I just wanted to share this match with y'all. You know, thought it was a fun little match. You know, if you want to see what my support is like, I might learn support. I promise you I'm a better support. I'm actually a decent support. But hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below. And that's going to be about it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.